Alright, so this is the scenario I'm playing out. I start out with my carrier, Scrappy here, which has a gravity drive and a nice little carrier spot here. Here, let me get out of the seat here and I'll show you. So yeah, I start out with this in survival. And it just has cargo containers and a hangar bay and a Stargate, and it handles and drives pretty decent. So I start out with 3 fighter ships. These are my fighter ships. I started out with 3 of them, and a transport Stargate puddle jumper, a transport ship that'll fit through the Stargate, and a grinding ship. Those are both at my base. So I just started out with a carrier, 3 fighters, a cargo ship, and a grinder ship. And that's how I started out the scenario. So the first thing I did was went out and pirated a mining transport. Now the mining transport got a lucky shot off and took out my cockpit of one of my fighters. That's why I'm down to 2. And then I got a lucky shot on him with my second fighter I sent after him, and I must have hit a reactor and knocked all the power out. So what I did was I carried him with my little foot here. I carried him back and found a spot where I wanted to start making a base. And I spent quite a while grinding on him, and there's still a whole lot left. So I made this base out of the parts I grinded off of the mining transport, and there's still this much left. So I made a landing pad here to hold it. So this is the base I started with my pirated stuff from the mining transport. These are the 2 ships. I started with these 2 ships. This is the transport, and that's the grinder, and my carrier, and that's it. So all this base here has been built from scrapping out this mining transport. Oh, and I started the game with just enough Nakwita to be able to build another Stargate and a DHD. And that's all I started out with. The rest has just been from scrapping out my first pirated ship here. So I'll show you what I built here. I found this cave, and I kind of want to make this open and have this all finished off here, and it going all the way into the tunnel. So I started out, I want to have it mainly solar paneled, because even though I did start myself out with a decent amount of uranium in all my ships that I started with, it isn't going to last really long. So uranium's going to be an issue. And I wanted to make this a scrapping scenario, but you just don't find enough rockets and enough uranium. So I did build a couple refineries and an assembler, and I will have to make a drilling ship. And mainly I'm going to try to only use the refining and mining stuff, only for missiles and fuel, and that's it. Ammo and fuel, and the rest will be for pirating. So I got 2 large containers here, it's all piped in. I got 1 reactor, because I'm going to try to get it to run off of solar power as much as possible, this base at least, off of solar power. And so I haven't seen a private sale yet. I'm waiting on a private sale because I need solar panels and I need power cells to finish off my base starting. Yeah, I need power cells for that and the DHD. So I'm going to build this all the way into this cave. I might have to do some drilling to make it fit right. And once I get my Stargate here up and going, then I'll be able to Stargate from Scrappy to my base without any problems, and I won't have to come back to the base every time I've pirated something. Still got a lot to scrap out on here, but I've got so much stuff already. Even after building this base, I've got so much stuff, it's pretty ridiculous. I did use a lot of steel plates. I am almost running out of steel plates. So when I do find, well, I got 1,000. But I still got this whole thing to scrap out. But I gotta go catch a private sale for the things I don't have anyways. So whenever that pops in, I'll go get it. But yeah, this is the start. This is the scenario I'm going to be playing out. I'm going to build this into a badass base with a Stargate. And try to only acquire things by pirating. Alright, well I'll show my next improvements once they happen. I'm still waiting on the private sale, but I'll continue building on the rest of the stuff, and I'll probably have to do a bunch of grinding. I'm sure nobody wants to watch me build and grind, so that's the start of it all. Later.